Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So this is one of the shorter videos and this is a sequence that's going to start to develop strength and steadiness in the foundations. So it's going to be a lot of standing work, and if we create a sense of steadiness while we're in poses with our connection to the earth, that starts to develop a sense of steadiness and ease and calmness in the mind. So allow yourself to grab anything that you need that's going to help you for the practice. Don't worry about the belt today, but blankets, blocks, anything like that. Grab what you need, and then we'll start off lying down on the floor. So just making sure that you're comfortable. Take yourself all the way down to a supine position. And if you can today, just allow yourself to have your legs bent while you lie down. So knees up to the sky. And if you feel any discomfort in the back, you can always drop your knees in towards each other. Just allow the arms just to move away from the body. So you have a sense that your shoulders are relaxing. Your shoulder blades are just gently releasing and settling in towards the earth. And just start to notice your connection to the earth in all the points where the body reaches the earth. So being aware of the feet, and the back of the pelvis, and the back, and the shoulder blades. Being aware of the arms, down to maybe the wrists, sides wrists or back wrists. And just taking attention into the hands and what part of the hands and the fingers or the thumbs might be on the floor. And then just let the body become nice and heavy, developing our connection to the earth. Starting to become aware of the breath while we're here. So just being aware of it and just following it. And feeling that you've made this connection with the breath, and we're going to keep returning back to that in our postures to continue to develop a sense of steadiness and calmness also with the breath. So begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And then we're going to have just a minute or so, a couple of minutes of working with our square or our box breathing. So breathing in if you can for the count of 3. And then holding that breath for a count of 3. And then breathing out slow and calm for a count of 3. Holding that out breath out for a count of 3. Breathing in for a count of 3. Holding that inhale in for a count of 3. Breathing out for a count of 3. Holding that out breath out for a count of 3. So continue to do it in your own time now, so you're guided by your count and your own breath. If you find that your breath feels extra long this morning, or whatever kind of day you're doing this, you can allow yourself to up the count to 4. Just stay focused, feel that you're bringing in calmness, you're bringing in focus with the breath. It's really good for us to be able to breathe like this. It sets a good intention to the practice. It starts to work the lungs, and it starts to give ourselves something to focus on when we come to the count and we're working all the parts of the breath. Just last few rounds from here. And then making this your last round. Just allow that breathing practice to go. And then hugging the knees in towards the chest, drawing them in Having a slow rock from side to side from here. Letting the legs bend again, taking the feet to the floor, hip distance apart. Just take a nice inhale, raise the arms behind you. And exhale, release the arms down by the sides. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, raise the arms behind you. Exhale, release the arms down by the sides. Last one, inhale, raise the arms behind you. Exhale, release the arms down. Going to keep the arms down now by the sides of the body, and we'll lift up the hips, the spine for our bridge pose. So you're going to inhale, press into the feet, lift your spine away, and exhale, slowly release back down. Inhale, second one, lift your spine away, so coming into your bridge. Exhale, release down. Last time, inhale to lift. We're going to hold it here now, and if you want, you feel steady in your position, raise the arm and just take the arms back behind you, thinking about your strong, steady foundation of the feet and the legs that are supporting the body. And just start to work your calm breaths while you're in that posture, softening the face. And then slowly releasing, coming back down with the spine, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Just spending a moment to ease and get some release into the back muscles. And then slowly drop your knees to one side and then coming all the way back to a seated position. Just come to an easy seated position, and then we're going to come to a nice twist from here, thinking about our foundations as we sit through our sitting bones. So sitting up nice and tall. We're going to twist towards the right side. You can take your left hand, the back of the hand, to that knee to give you a little bit of a leverage while we twist. And your right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lift, and as you exhale, easing into that twist towards that right side. Try to continue with a calm, even breath while you're in this posture to create calmness and steadiness in the mind. And then slowly release back to the centre. So right hand this time to the outside of that left knee and your left hand behind. Inhale to draw up and exhale, easing into that twist. Thinking about your connection with the sit bones. Just thinking about the breath and how we can create a calmness of breath and a steadiness while we're in the pose. And then slowly coming back to the centre. Releasing the legs, rolling over onto one side and coming back to an all fours. We're going to tuck the toes while we do our cat stretches from here to create a sense of steadiness with the body. So inhale, lifting the tailbone, lifting the front of the body, lifting the head. And exhale, press into the hands, rounding over. Inhale to come through, creating a sense of steadiness in our posture. Exhale, pressing into the hands, rounding over. One more time, inhale to come through. And exhaling to round over. Back to the all fours, keeping the toes tucked, lifting up into downward dog. You can adjust the feet if you need to. And gently walk out through the heels for a moment to get a nice release into the backs of the legs. And then taking some weight back and thinking about your foundation through the hands and the feet. And now allowing yourself to come to long, slow, calm breaths. Slowly coming back to the floor, releasing the feet, sinking back to child's pose, allowing your head just to rest on the earth. Going to come up into that one more time. So coming back to the all fours, tucking the toes under, sense of stability. Inhale, lifting up. You can look up between the eyes. And then breathing out, feeling our foundations of knees and hands and feet as we round over. Inhale, nice slow movements to come forward. And exhale, rounding over, feeling stable as we come to that pose. One more time, inhale to come forward. And exhale to round over. Coming back to the all fours, we'll keep the toes tucked and press straight back into downward dog. Thinking about your good strong base with your hands and the feet, even weight on both. Head is nice and heavy. And just focus, if you can, on long, slow, calm breaths. If it helps, you can count your breaths to create a sense of evenness and length, which will really work nice in the theme that we're trying to create today. When you're ready, bending the legs and walking forward, hands on the hips, and we'll lift up and we'll come all the way to standing from here. Just a couple of moments in mountain posture, feet slightly apart. And then we're going to interlock the fingers, index finger pressing, thumbs crossing. We'll take a nice reach up with the arms from here. And then as we breathe out, navel draws in as we side bend towards that right side. Rooting down with the feet and the big toes finding our base. Inhale to come back to the centre. Breathing out over towards that left side. Inhale, strong foundation as we move back to the centre. Breathing out, side bending again towards that right side. Inhale to come back to the centre, and then breathing out over towards that left side. Use your inhale and a sense of stability as you come back. Releasing the arms as you breathe out. Bring the hands all the way down by the sides of the body. We're going to work a few movements in chair pose, Utkatasana, and forward fold pose, Uttanasana. And think about, as you do this, a strong, steady foundation you're creating with your base and these poses. So you're going to separate the feet slightly from here. Hands on the hips, we're going to bend into the legs. Navel draws in, finding our chair posture. We're going to take our arms up from here and try to have even weight on your feet. Just nice, long, slow, calm breaths. So inhale, and as we breathe out, softening the knees, interlocking the fingers and folding into our forward fold. We're going to take a couple of breaths while we're here. And then bringing our hands back to our lower back, releasing, bending the legs. Inhale to come back to chair pose. Going to hold it there a few breaths, thinking about your connection to the earth today and stability as we move through these poses. Inhale, and as you breathe out, interlocking the fingers and coming into forward folds. Keep breathing while you're here. And then last time, releasing the hands as you inhale, coming back to your chair. Press down with the feet and lengthen up, reaching the arms up. Just spend a moment stretching here. And then breathing out, releasing the hands down. So we'll come to the long side of the mat and we'll open our feet into triangle pose, so not too wide. And for some of these movements today, we're going to get a really nice opening into the shoulders as well. So a good strong foundation, but working openness into the arms. So we'll start off turning the right foot all the way out. Left foot turns in slightly. We're going to take your, which will be the left hand, and the back of the hand reaches round and either resting on the lower back, or if you can take the fingers around the side, we can do that. You're going to think about keeping that shoulder back. We'll raise your right arm. Make sure you're softening, you're not locking out that right leg. We'll gaze towards that side. Think about your feet, strong base with the feet. Inhale, and as we breathe out, we're reaching, we're stretching towards that right side. Bottom hand comes down, and you can start to revolve, open that shoulder. Just do whatever's right for the head. Strong, steady base. And keeping that strong, steady base, then we can lift the arm if it works and extending it up. Keep thinking about steadiness and your foundations of the feet that help the rest of the body to feel this sense of steadiness. We'll look down, we'll soften the knees, we'll raise the arms and come all the way back, hands on the hips. So the next side, so we'll do the left foot turns out, right foot turns in. This time it's going to be your right hand, back of the hand comes behind you, or if you can, reach the fingers right round to the side. Encourage your shoulder to open up, back. Left arm is lifted and we're gazing towards that left side. Make sure we're not going to lock out that left leg. Think about your foundations before you move. So think about strengthening your legs, drawing them in the navel. Inhale, and as you breathe out, we're going to start to stretch towards that left side. When you can't go anymore, bottom hand comes down. Keeping that stability with the feet and the legs. And open up into that shoulder. And then you can either keep it here, or if you can, keeping all that strength in your foundation, start to lift the arm. Nice, long, slow breaths from here. You can gaze down if that feels better. Then looking down, softening the knees, using the arms to lift all the way up. Lengthen that leg, feet to the front, and releasing the hands. So you're going to step your feet out, wider now, ready for your warrior position. Lots of work and focus again on your foundations. If we can create foundations in the feet and the earth, then everything else in the body just follows in that line. Hands on the hips, right foot turns out, left foot forward. Raise the arms shoulder height and gazing towards that right side. You're going to think about your foundations and connection to the earth with the feet as we bend into that right leg from here. You're going to turn the palms up. Inhale, lengthen that right leg up, reaching up with the arms. And then exhale, turning the palms as we open up into warrior again. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lengthen that right leg, palms up. And exhale, steadiness as we come back to warrior. One more time, lift the palms. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, we're going to hold that warrior for a few breaths. Shoulders nice and relaxed. And then taking hands on the hips, extend, lengthen that leg, feet to the front. Moving straight to the other side, left foot turns out, right foot forward, raising the arms, feeling our foundations of both feet as we gaze towards that left side. Inhale, and as we breathe out, we're going to bend into that left leg. Going to turn the palms up. As you inhale, head back to the centre, raising the arms as you lengthen that leg. Breathing out, sense of steadiness moves us back into warrior toe. Turn the palms, lifting up. Inhale, lifting up, expansion in your chest. Exhale, turning the palms as we find warrior two again. Inhale, lifting, lengthening, raising the arms up and above the head. Doing one more from here, so breathing out, and this time holding warrior, so draw into the navel, lengthen tailbone, connect more with your foundations, and then hands on the hips, lengthen that leg, feet to the front. Heel toe or step your feet back together from here. Going to work through a little bit of a balance from here, moving our arms as well, and feeling that we have a sense of strength and connection with the earth. So the feet are a little way apart, hip distance apart. So you're going to lift your right foot and you can keep that toes to the floor if that works better. So we're opening out the hip. Or you can raise that foot from here. And then what we're going to do is your right hand, your palm's going to lift and just go above the forehead. And your left hand's going to press down. And with that hand, as it presses down, just keep it in front of that navel area roughly, you feel that sense of connection to the earth, but lifting up into that top hand. Inhale, and then as you breathe out, releasing. We'll do the other side, so lifting up, it's that left leg this time. So that palm starts to lift, goes just above the forehead. Right hand presses down, feel your connection to the earth. So we'll do a couple of these as we move in and out through side to side. Sense of steadiness and ease. So inhale as we release. Take a few breaths from here. So we'll take an inhale as we lift up into that right side. And then breathing out as we release. Inhale into that left side. Breathing out as we release. One more either side. Inhale as that right leg lifts. Exhale as we release back. Inhale as we lift up into that left knee. Exhale to release. Take a few nice easy breaths from here. Going to come to the front of the mat and we're going to step back with your right foot from here. So your choice, you might be planting that foot on the floor and taking a warrior position. If your knees, if your hips, if you're okay. Next option would be to make it a little bit more challenging as well, to lift your heel, come up onto the toes, make sure that that heel's pointing back. So just see whatever feels good from here. We're finding our foundations, we're strengthening, we're thinking about a calm breath while we're here. Going to raise the arms up and take a moment. You can bring your palms together if that works. You can look up if you're very steady. And then releasing the hands. We're going to bend your left arm from here and taking your right hand on top of that elbow so you get a really nice openness. And you create still a sense of calmness and ease as you breathe into that posture. If it feels okay, then we start to come forward from here. Keep drawing in with the navel, nice, long, slow breaths. And then if it feels good, releasing the arms, extending the arms out in front, still creating strength as we just find just a small forward fold move to come back. And then slowly releasing the arms, feeling that connection to the earth as we lift up your right foot. You can hold it there for a few breaths, make the foot active, draw into the navel. You can take the toes to the floor if you need to. And then slowly take that foot down to the floor. Shaking out the legs if you need to. Your left foot is going to step back this time. So you might be again, warrior position, planting that foot down. Your left leg is bent. Or if you're able to, challenge the balance more by coming up onto the toes and lifting the heel. So take a nice good few breaths from here. And we'll raise the arms. We'll bring the palms together. You can look up if it feels comfortable. Nice long slow breaths, feeling your connection to the earth. Lift the arms from here. This time if it feels okay, you can bend your right arm as your left arm comes over to hold on to that elbow. Feel a nice openness, and if it works, coming forward slightly, root down with your feet. And the final part, raising the arms out in front, draw into the navel more. Just gazes down and try to create a nice sense of ease and balance with the breath. We'll take your hands on the hips, drawing into the navel, and we'll lift up that foot. And we'll take that foot all the way down to the floor. Just have a shake out with the legs from here. We're going to come forward to get a nice release and think about our connection to the earth as we come forward. So separate the feet hip distance apart. Take a nice inhale, lifting up, you can gaze up. As you exhale, hands towards the chest as we fold forward. You're going to take the hands onto the shins and take an inhale to lift up. And then exhale, folding forward if it works, or catching hold of opposite elbows. And over the next few breaths, just see if you can soften a bit more into the backs of the legs so that we start to feel really good, deep connection to your legs, to the earth from here. Head is nice and heavy. Keep thinking about calm breaths while you're here. And then slowly bending the legs, coming back to the floor. Take your legs out in front. And you're going to bring your arms out, legs are bent. Draw in with the navel and slowly rolling down to the floor. You're going to take your knees in towards the chest and having a gentle rock from side to side. You're going to take the hands on the knees and we're going to just draw some circles if you can, keeping your knees and the feet together in one direction to start to release off the back. and then circling in that other direction from here. You can allow yourself then to open out the knees, feet can be together or apart. Press your knees away, drawing them in, and then back in towards the chest. So nice opening movements to get a good release into your hips from some of that work that we've been doing today. And then take it in that other direction, opening up, feeling a really nice sense of release in the hips. And then slowly release the legs, take the feet to the floor in your choice of either keeping your legs bent or allowing yourself to open up the legs from here, lengthen out. Just let your arms be resting down by the sides of the body, let the eyes close or a soft gaze, and just be aware of how the body's feeling. Just notice the legs, so you've created some strength into the legs today. Just letting the breath become your natural breath now, so give up any form of control. If you notice yourself trying to control the breath, just see if you can just let that go. Just for the next few moments, really let the body be weighted so that you feel the connection with the earth. You feel how the body becomes heavy through the arms, legs, feet and hands. But then also from this heaviness, how you can feel then it softens, and even feel maybe a sense of lightness in the body, lightness in the legs, feet, hands and arms. And just start to become aware of the breath again. Be aware of the body. Breathing in and out now through the nose. And get the movement back, wriggle the fingers, move the arms, move the wrists, move the ankles, move the legs about. And then hug the knees in towards the chest, gently rock from side to side. Roll yourself over onto the right side of the body. And slowly come up into a comfortable seated position. Just pause for a moment and feeling the foundations of your seat as you sit on the earth. And feeling that you've connected to a sense of steadiness and strength in the postures today. And you're going to take that into the rest of your day and the rest of the week with you. Seal your practice, bring the palms together, bring your hands in towards the chest, slowly lower your head down. Let the eyes gently blink open. And as you inhale, lift your head, lift your heart. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.